we know that there are budget cuts that are coming from the federal government, whether they come by way of ordinary budget cuts, sequestration, or a round of base closure. And we know that the best way to be ready to respond to that, ready to shape our own future, is to be able to really measure and know what the impact right now is of defense spending in the state of Illinois. Whether it's on our bases, through defense contractors, or the jobs and the spending that they promote, amounts to $13.3 billion annually in the state of Illinois, a total of about 150,000 jobs. And I think some of it, for folks who are having grown up in Troy and knowing this area, anyone who's familiar with one of the base communities has a sort of a gut instinct that there's a lot of jobs, there's a lot of impact in our areas. This demonstrates, yes, there's a lot of impact, but it's not just in the areas of the bases. It is statewide. It is every congressional district in the state, and this report quantifies it and allows us to convey that message. Illinois has the benefit of being in a very rich and diverse economy. We don't think of ourselves as a military installation state, but this report tells us that we really ought to know that the defense spending is a very important driver for our economy, and that we ought to respect that and make sure we take concerted efforts to defend it, to expand it wherever possible.
Our specific findings related to Scott Air Force Base. Well, this is the first statewide study that's been done on examining the economic impact of the defense industry as a whole. We have conducted prior impact assessments on Scott Air Force Base. Our most recent was back in 2011, and it revealed that the base had an economic impact of $3.2 billion. And we were excited about that number. It had grown 40% in the last decade. But I'm pleased to report that today's study shows the impact is even greater now. The operations of Scott Air Force Base and related economic activities support an estimated 40,339 jobs, up from approximately 38,500 at the start of this decade. So that's wonderful growth at the base. This economic activity generated more than $4 billion in regional gross domestic product during 2013. Clearly, Scott remains a vital economic engine for the St. Louis region, which for the purposes of this latest study included the 12 congressional districts in Illinois, as well as the counties on the Missouri side of the bi-state area. And it's similar enough to the study we conducted in 2011 to really say with confidence that Scott's regional economic impact continues to grow.